It was the opening day of 7 in the USA Pro Challenge, the first stage taking the rides away from historic Durango, bound for Telluride, and a height of 8,800 feet. The race distance, 125.7 miles. Last year's winner and the defending champion, Levi Leipheimer, would wear number 1.
Looking lean and mean at the start of this race, a race that would see the riders climb more than 11,000 feet in elevation throughout the day.
A gentle start in the streets of Durango with a neutralised circuit of the town. But a little bit later on, the whole race will be under pressure. Some of the favourites had escaped, not least Tommy Danielson and Vincenzo Nibali, the man who just finished third in the Tour de France. In all, 23 riders headed out to climb number 1.
When they got to the top of the first climb of the day, Hesparo Pass, it was Andrew Badjagali of Optum Kelly Benefits who got himself at maximum points there. But the scariest thing was there were 23 riders ahead of the race by more than 5 minutes.
Into Dolores, 61 miles done. Sergei Vetkov of Team Exergy taking out the time points there. 5 points for the win. And the race now was hovering around 5 minutes back. This race was looking as though it was in a serious losing situation. Nibali was driving the breakaway on, and soon 2 of them would split the break. Nibali followed by Tommy Danielson as they climbed up the Hesperus Pass.
Yes, well, they got caught and the group started to swell up to 8 riders, then to 9 riders as Nibali looked over his shoulder to see that they had started to prize a little advantage over the remainder of that 23-man early group. But one man had tried his heart out and turned himself inside out. Dave Zabriskie had really given his all for the team.
Of the 23, there were 10, and then there were 9 on the front. Now they were on the climb of the Lizard Head, which would take them to the 110-mile point. As they were in slight rain showers out in the mountains, Tommy Danielson, a local boy from Durango for many years, knew all of these roads well. He trained on them. He was now putting in his move. He topped the Lizard Head climb alone. This was enough to give him the overall lead in the Nissan King of the Mountains competition.
Yes, but his advantage only 20 seconds over the chasers. He was quickly joined by 3 other riders, Manuel Beltran of Colombia, his own teammate Peter Stettner and Vincenzo Nibali. But then all of a sudden, the Italian third place overall in the Tour de France this year was in difficulty.
The pressure was now on as Danielson went away with his teammate Stettner to try and steal the day because the peloton were closing in. On the way, they'd lost at least 6 riders who had abandoned the race, albeit on day 1. The final catch came, though, 3 miles out from the finish. It was going to be a bunch sprint.
Yes, a long, daring escape by Garmin Sharp, but it all came to naught, or it seemed as if it had all come to naught as they started to come into the final kilometre. The peloton, or what remained of it, all together.
A twisty finish as they approached the line in Telluride as they came under the 1 kilometre to go banner. A lead out by Rory Sutherland, the Australian, on the United Healthcare team. But then coming off his back wheel, the move by Tyler Farrar, who had not won a race since July 2011. And that was on July the 4th, American Independence Day. He was back and the win was his. And he was also on Garmin Sharp. They'd had a wonderful day.
Well, this is how he done it, but it was also a double header because crossing the line in first position was also going to earn him the lead in the yellow jersey competition. He really wanted this one. When he catapulted himself out of the slipstream of Rory Sutherland, no one was going to bring the man from the USA back into the pack. And he looked back to confirm that this was his first win in almost 14 months.
But it wasn't the whole field who came in. A lot of riders have been left behind on the long road today of 125 miles. They topped out at one point at 10,000 feet. They'd finished at 8,800. But the sprinter Tyler Farrar would be the first leader of the US Pro Cycling Challenge. The overall situation, Tyler Farrar, the winner today, Bazana in second place, Damiano Caruso third, Freddie Rodriguez, the sprinter from Team Exergy in fourth, and Rory Sutherland, the lead-out man, crossing the line in fifth.
Very attentive Chris Horner in ninth place, thinking about whether or not he can try and be the next man to win this bike race in Colorado, coming off a fine Tour de France this year.
So a yellow jersey for Tyler Farrar. And a happy man he was too, because he doesn't win many races in America. He doesn't race in America too often. But tomorrow he must defend this lead on the way to Great Crested Butte.